Oh my goodness.
That's off my legs.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. Hey, Amy, Curtis family, if you're still in the house,
Hey,
and
Amy.
whoever else might be in here. I see three in there. Woo! Welcome to the Michael and Nancy live show. And we're on StreamYard tonight. If anybody pops in interesting, we'll throw them, we'll invite them up here. And we may do a giveaway. I know. But you was early. You was last and late. Late and last. Late and last every night. Late and last. Oh my goodness. Amy, I'm about to pull out the few hairs I got left in my head. I've been chasing down stuff, and every time I run across it and take a look at it, it's like, well, this ain't really what you said it is. Going, oh my goodness. So, well, I'll tell you what, you got to learn. You really got to pay attention to it. Got to pay attention to what you're buying before you buy it. And that's not their job for us to learn. It's our job to learn it, right? Our job to learn to look at it or just pass it up, pass it on by. But tomorrow we go to the jewelry store. Hey, Raka. We go to the jewelry store and take some stuff down there, especially that one ring.
The one that kept saying it's not real.
Yeah, the one we're gonna find out if it's not real or real.
Yeah.
We're gonna find out if they might have made it.
Hey, Raka.
To Cartier's Cartier, but if it's a good copy, and it is pretty darn good copy. The guy asked up there in Zanesville, he said he didn't tell me why it was a fake. He just said it wasn't real. So
He knew it wasn't real. He was trying to give it away from us real easy.
who knows? But I'll have it checked out, and if it is not real, I'm going to get somebody to put in there something like copy or what's another good word? What do you think, Amy and Rocka? Another good word that would be very long. It could be like replicated, or no, that would be a good word for it. Fake, copy. I don't like to use those two words. Copy, not so bad.
Hey, Amy.
Can y'all see them coins there? That's some pretty stuff there. I don't think y'all can see the shine on that bracelet of Nancy's. That thing sings.
It shines like a blue penny.
Yes. That stuff looks like gold, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, really?
Hey, really?
Expialidocious. That's a good word, but then and again, can you put all that on the inside of a ring? Because my plans are, if it ain't real, we're going to send it to my daughter, but it's going to have to be because she likes it. I should send her a picture of it. She really likes it, but it's going to have to be something where
she can't wear jewelry that's not gold, even if it's just.
That may be true.
That's what she said.
Oh, there you go. So much for that one.
Mm-hmm.
We can send her something silver. We got lots of stuff. It's just a matter of finding it all. Niels is in the house tonight. I didn't see him. He's usually the first one in.
Who?
Niels.
Oh no, I haven't seen him.
Yeah, he usually fills the page up. I'm sad. Everybody calls you sweet. What do they call me? I don't even think I want to know. The girls used to all call me sweet.
Yeah.
Amy decided that she did not want to mess with the crowns. So I don't see any crowns in here tonight. Maybe they're, oh, that's right. You guys are, Rocco's got number one over there. I'm on StreamYard, so I'm not even seeing them tonight.
And Rasbo's got 3.
Yeah.
Now Hawks and Rasbo and Relic both have 3.
Hey, Relic, if you want to have some fun tonight, if you're around some of the stuff that you found and dug up and all the artifacts, if you got a little display there, I'll invite you up and you can show the folks what you've been metal detecting. How about that? Up to you. Let me know. Scrap metals in the house.
Yep. Hey, Scrap.
Craig. Hey, how's it going, buddy?
12 likes already.
Yes, sir. Craig, I meant to send you a photo of that new Rochelle I've got there. She's a pretty one.
Hey, Southeast.
Hey, Southeast. I'm on StreamYard tonight, so if anybody wants to get invited up, please say something and I'll bring you up.
Somebody trying to get rid of the crown again,
huh? You don't have to do anything. What I do is I send an invitation and I pop it here in the comments and you just click on it. You can try it. Just follow the instructions, and if you can't do it, then that would be good. But yeah, let's find out. I will do that. It's not really that hard to do. Boop 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 boop. Let's see.
You invite to Scrap?
No, Relic.
Oh, Relic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. We're going to start off. I will put it down here in the comment. And I believe all you need to do is click on it, and that should bring you up. Or anybody else.
Okay, I'm game.
Or anybody else.
Southie says I got cookies in the oven.
Cookies. Woo! Cookies. There it is right down there at the bottom. Click on the link there. My name's over it. It says https streamyards.com, whatever the rest of that is. You click on it, it should bring you into the invitation. If somebody else wants, hey Southeast, if you want to come up, that would be good too, and then you can tell them how it works. And I know we have several people that oh, you're rotten. Puff pastries with cream cheese and strawberries in my oven. Oh,
that sounds so good. Especially the cream cheese and strawberries. I'd rather use fresh strawberries for something like that, though.
Device says they will need to connect their mic and cam before you can add them to stream. So there you go with that part. You'll need to connect your mic/cam before you can add them to the stream. I keep up with these comments. They just fly on by there.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, Southeast, can you come up for a little bit? I know it's getting to your Betty by time. I need
Southeast says, and type your name.
and type your name. Yes. That blew my mind and gave me a headache. Hey, Kevin. Not right. Something of this. Okay. Can't write now. Okay, Southeast, got you. No problemo, guys.
Did
I
he
know
say
it's-
he's got cookies in the oven?
I think it's Southeast.
Yeah, that's who you was talking to.
Yeah. Well, you can come up too for a little bit. Just find something to put your camera on. I would love for anybody to come up here tonight. Scrap metal, you can come up too if you want to. Stay on as long as you want to. Don't have to stay on all night. We ain't gonna be here long tonight. Sunday night. What time is it? A little after 10. We might stay on about an hour. Yes, sir. Thank you, Relic. That's all right. We need Craig Vision. That would be cool. Come on, Craig. Say yes. 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 Get you a little pile of coins or something to put the camera on, or
Southeast says, yeah, we need Craig Vision.
that would be nice.
Yeah.
I've never seen Craig Vision. I don't do camera, but might speak. Okay, that'll work. That would be fun. You ready? Say yes. Don't do the camera. Yeah, most of the time you show beautiful pictures of Hawaii, from what I've seen. I'll invite you up here. Probably didn't even need to do that. I could have done this. What's up with that? This is gonna be fun. Woo! There you go, Craig. Coming up right there. In the link. Links in the chat. Relic's up. Hey, you figured it out, eh?
I guess. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Doing good.
That's hilarious.
Real good.
That's hilarious. Now, how do I post a picture?
How do you do a picture? I think you just got to turn your camera around. Right, you're on the camera?
Yeah, but I mean, my pictures are saved in my phone.
Now, that's a good question. Craig's up. He may be able to help. Give me a moment. I'll get with you. We'll figure it out.
I'm learning.
Sounds like I'm echoing.
Me too. So at
Where-
5 o'clock today, I had a buddy dig looks like a star, looks like a kid's sheriff badge. It's a 1912 Confederate Macon, Georgia commemorative badge from 1912, 50th anniversary.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I could show a picture of it, but I don't know how.
Yeah. Me neither.
We're both.
Anybody else got an idea?
Hello, can you guys hear me?
I can hear you, sort of.
Are you sure? I'm having problems with my mic. I don't know. I mean, am I coming in kind of low or am I coming in kind of high?
You sound good.
I can hear you.
Okay. Hello, Relic. Hello, Michael. Hello, Nancy. Thanks for
Hello.
having me out here.
Hello, Greg.
Yeah, sorry, I won't be able to see the chat. I guess. Oh, everything is loading up still. Can you guys still hear me?
Push the
Yeah.
camera button at the bottom, Greg.
Oh no, I don't go on camera. I like to keep myself a little bit anonymous. I thought I'd come up and talk. Hello to everyone in the chat. Sorry I won't be able to see what's going on in the chat, but I know some of you are there, like Amy Harrell. We got Raz Babo, we got Southeast Stacker, and yeah, if I didn't mention your name, sorry. the thing is not coming up. But yeah, how are you guys doing this evening?
We're doing pretty good. Doing pretty good.
All right,
still-
that's good to hear.
I'm still doing my own metal detecting, but it's in graded coins and other goodies. I saw a Hawaiian $1 coin on who was it? Morgan Silver Treasure last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are very hard to come by. I mean, majority of them were melted down, about 95% of them. So, yeah, whoever has that, they got a good coin to keep.
Yeah, he was selling it. That's what I was thinking. Why I was thinking about you. If you want to, I can get him to send me a picture, and I'll forward it to you. You can look at it and see if you like it and if the price is right.
Hey, that sounds good. Yeah, you have my email. Yeah, shoot me a couple photos, and that way I could take a look.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So, what's the topic for tonight? What are we talking about here?
I'm just here to promote the conversation. I just get along and you guys just say whatever you're thinking about. And Relic was talking about a commemorative. It sounded a Confederate commemorative.
Michael, can I message you a picture and you show it? Is that possible?
I could show it in my camera, but I don't think that I could put it on there. I don't know how to do that myself. That's
Craig,
not good.
Do you know how I can share a picture?
I know that it's through StreamYards currently. With you, you would have to put your camera on. You would just have to show it as is, because other than that, that's on Michael's end. And to be honest, I've never messed with the StreamYards settings and all that.
I've hit every button. I've hit every button I can see, and I don't know how to do it. So
Yeah, you can take. Is it on your camera?
yeah,
On your phone?
Yep.
You might be able to pull it up and just put it right on. I don't know. Try that. See if you can just bring the picture up and what happens. I don't know how that works. Sadly.
I don't either.
Oh.
I don't know how to go into photos from here without losing y'all. So.
Oh yeah, there's the question, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, I've never used the phone for StreamYard, so.
Anyway, I appreciate the opportunity to learn. Very interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got out and dug for about 4 hours today with it 95 degrees and
Woo.
not a good day till about 5 o'clock. And then my buddy found, it looks like a kid's sheriff's badge, but it's a Confederate. Let's see if I can figure out. Hold on.
Yeah, if you kick yourself off, we'll put you back in there.
It's a Confederate Veterans Reunion badge. It had two pieces. It had a little thing on top, and then the badge hung under it. Macon, Georgia, 1912.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was sort of like the GAR stuff, right? Hey, Beto. Yeah, the GAR. My great grandfather belonged to the GAR, which was the Grand Army of the Republic, and he actually was a member up there. And I cannot remember offhand. I got all that information, but offhand, and he was the chaplain of the GAR there, and I think it was Spokane, Washington.
Interesting.
And, they folded. They went on for many years after the Civil War, and I believe that the Confederates had their own like the GAR,
reunions,
reunions. They had reunions, and I think they even had clubs, as it were, if that's the right word for it.
Yeah, our research shows that there was a reunion every year for approximately 50 years, if not longer, and they did it
Mhm.
in a different city every year. And
Wow.
this one was in Macon in 1912. I think I saw one in New York in 1907 or 1902 or something like that. So I've yet to even find a picture of this thing, the actual Macon one. So
Wow.
pretty rare.
Hey,
We
Grant.
got Beto in the chat, metal detector North Carolina, and Grant McIntosh. And if y'all don't know, that's Relic Rat there, and he's a metal detector and all kinds of bait to hook and passion stacker. We got a raid going on here. If you can't see see the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Southeast Stacker says sons of. There you go. Sons of Confederate veterans. I'm a member. He says.
Well,
Cool.
very cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's on my Facebook page, and I've already had several people comment that their grandfathers or great grandfathers would have attended that in
Yeah.
Macon. Because I also posted it on a couple of Georgia sites as well as Relic Rat, which is pretty well Georgia as well. So
Yeah. Nancy had a grandfather. One fought for the Union, and the other one fought for the Confederate. Now go figure that one.
wow, yep. They said it was brothers doing that a lot of times.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So
Interesting
yeah,
history.
yeah. So
Yeah.
my father's side came over from Ireland, and they came over in the late 1860s because of the potato famine over there, and they settled up there in Minnesota. Now on my mother's side, they kind of they kind of came over and came through Pennsylvania and finally ended up over there in Spokane, Washington, and Coeur d'Alene. And so, yeah, so it was just a mixture of all that.
Hey, Passion.
Oh, we got Passion in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matter of fact,
Hey, Jess.
on my grandmother's side, it went all the way back to the Mayflower, and Doty was an indentured servant on the Mayflower. He was
Wow,
he
cool.
wasn't he was infamous. Company K, 16th Georgia Regiment. Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing when you look at the history of your family and like, who settled where they came from.
Yeah.
And, as time goes on, you start to, find little details. You're like, wow, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Or people who you're related to. And you kind of think to yourself, like, okay, why wasn't I notified of this sooner? Like, how long did it have to take for me to find out about this? Some you'll find out sooner, some later then, but, it's kind of interesting, to
Yeah.
see, yeah, with the history of it, like for me being mixed, on my father's side, my grandfather, he was white, and my grandmother, she was, Hawaiian Japanese. So,
Mhm.
you know, on my mother's side, I have Hawaiian Chinese, but when people ask, about like on my grandfather's side, for him, I didn't know much because he left my grandmother when my father was like really, really young. So he kind
Wow.
of like, up and left. But all I know is that he used to be a police officer out here in Hawaii who worked for Honolulu PD. He
Yeah.
was one of the first bike cops in Hawaii. And, it was
Hey, Daniel.
it was kind of a culture shock, I guess, like for my father growing up, being a half breed out here. Some people just didn't accept him for, because he didn't look Hawaiian, but he didn't look white either.
Oh.
So he kind of had that as a hard way of growing up. But
Yeah.
yeah, for my grandfather though, uh, tracing back to his roots is kind of a tricky thing because I have so many Eastern European bloodlines, and trying to tackle them one by one, it's kind of challenging. It's like we got family from England, family from Scotland, family from Germany, family from France, Russia, Norway, Portugal, Spain, and many more. And it's just like, okay, where do we start? So, yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind
Wow.
of a journey of itself.
Yeah. Wow.
Melody,
Southeast says to be a member of the SCV, you had to be a direct descendant. Metal detecting says I was stationed in Hawaii from 92 to 95. Uh,
Oh, thank you for your
Daniel,
service.
yeah, Daniel said, I'm a quarter Blackfoot Indian, American Indian, he says.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Yeah, a little interesting. I knew you couldn't read the chat, so I thought you'd like to hear that.
and I'm part Delaware.
I'm bailed. I feel safer here. Yeah, and but thank you for coming up there for that for a while there. And one day when you have an opportunity, we'll get together and you can get a table together with some stuff on it that you love and it brings the history of Georgia and the South, and that would be really cool. And you can show it off, and we'll sit back and enjoy it. How about that? It'll take you figuring out how to do it, but like you have to do, and you can do this yourself. Go on live stream and invite others up. But I think that Relic does a really great service for the history of Georgia and for the rest of us.
Oh,
So yeah, and
yeah.
same with you, Craig. I mean, we learn about the descendants that were born, raised in Hawaii, however you say that were there in the beginning, right? So we learned
Oh,
something
yeah.
about that, and that's very interesting to me.
Yeah.
And,
And it's
Southeast,
really challenging out here when it comes to like the Hawaiian side of my culture because uh, I've traced my family's lineage, I think all the way back to 165 AD or
woo,
139 AD. But the thing is, because my family does genealogy, there's gaps of who was married to who was born from who, and some of the information is missing because some people are like, well, wait a minute, don't you have that down at your federal archives? We have some of them, but what people don't realize is back then, especially pre 1900, is that everything was written in pencil instead of like, typed out
yeah,
on a typewriter. So some of that came up missing, so we're still trying to piece parts of the puzzle together on that one. Then of course you have older aunties and uncles are always talking about like, oh, and so was born from so and so, and then another one will say, no, that's wrong, so and so was born from this person this side, and then everybody gets involved and they're saying, no, you're wrong, no, you're wrong, no, you're wrong. So
right,
it's more about verifying on that part. But anywho,
yeah.
um, you said something about a commemorative coin
Oh,
earlier.
yeah. I was talking about this new Rochelle command from 1938. This is a beautiful coin. I can pull it up on my camera. You can see it. I'm
Yeah, I
go-
can see your camera.
yeah. I'm going to send it to OC, and OC is going to. I'm going to go for NGC. Hopefully that'll work. And this will take. I think I can. If you don't mind, I'm going to put this on just my camera so it'll come up closer. I think this is how I do it, but there we go.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, and that way we get you get a good picture of it. Uh, if I can get it to focus, you know how my camera is. I got one of these. Um,
Dang, McDonald's dial-up internet.
yep. Wow. Yeah. Let's see. It'll take a minute to get it. Thank you. It'll focus in here in a minute. It just takes a while for it, or a year, or whatever.
Yeah,
Wow, it's really having a
yeah. Try
struggle
try
tonight.
move it away. Try move it away from the camera and see if that
Yeah.
will focus in.
How far away? Oh,
There it
look at that.
goes.
Look there. That's a small picture though, but it's a beautiful coin.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
It is beautiful. It's got a little bit of toning on the rim at the top and
Yeah, I
such.
can see that.
Yeah. Um, they the guy I bought it from believed for sure was 65, but he thought it might hedge over into 66.
Yeah,
But
possible. But
yeah,
yeah, it's a nice looking coin there.
let me show the back of it. She's pretty too on the back. Got a beautiful flower on the back of it. I guess that's the state flower. I haven't done the history on it, but give me a moment and I'll get it in there too. Let me know when you see it in focus.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, very
Yeah, it
nice.
looks nice.
Yeah, so I'm going to send it to OC. I'm pretty sure, and since he knows Seal out there in California, might get it in there and grade it and
Yeah.
make sure that whoever grades it actually does a good job at it.
Yeah, speaking to OC about that, that would actually be great for you because I know he has a lot of contacts down there in Southern California, and being that they have PCGS and other contacts for NGC out there as well,
Yeah,
I think that would be really great, and especially with Stacking
It's
Surfer.
yeah, yeah,
Oh, we got Cancela in the house. What's up? We got Beto. Nice. What's up, guys? Oh man, yeah,
yeah.
the price of silver, I've been watching the markets, or trying to keep up with it as much as I can with the other stuff that's going on. But seeing
Hmm.
it teeter around $39 an ounce, and I know everyone's asking the question, when's it going to hit $40 an ounce? Is it going to be sometime this week? Is it going to be sometime after the 1st of August?
Yeah,
Even with gold, people are asking, when's it going to go back to almost $3,600 an ounce, or when's it going to hit $4,000 an ounce? So we know that platinum has gone up, rhodium is going up, and right now, copper and nickel, those are going up in price. And a lot of people right now are trying to get whatever copper they can scrap, take them into the scrap yard and get whatever money they can. And, props to them for doing that. But what do you think about the price of silver? Do you
I
see it
think
going?
I
Oh,
don't
go
I
ahead.
don't I don't see it going down unless the silver paper market gets involved somewhere. But they're gonna we don't we're too small out here, the collectors and such. Even the bullion companies, we're just too small compared to them because they don't put pen they put we put pennies into their millions, right? So
Yeah,
I'm reading
I hear
some of
you.
this. I really think that they can that they're trying very hard to keep it down, and I think it's because they don't want to get themselves caught in the crack and have to pay off in silver or money. I'm hearing that some of them were able to pay off what they lost in the shorts. So I don't know a whole lot about it, but here's what I know: the dollar continually loses its value, and we see that out here. We see it out here. They don't see it up there in D.C. and they don't see it in any of the other capitals
Hey,
or they don't see what we're going through. Hey,
There's
SM,
OC.
MSJ raid, LOL. Yeah. Uh, hey, OC. Uh,
Hey,
yeah,
what's up, OC Stacker?
I think wow, somebody's ringing my bell here. Somebody's ringing my bell. I better check it out and see what's going on here. Ooh, it's something. Oh, it's Nancy's niece that we hadn't seen in quite a while. Southeast just put something on up. You guys might want to go see that. The Philippines cent, 10 centavo, I think is what it is. Is that what it is?
Oh, I'm trying to remember with the Philippines. I always get confused. There's centavos, there's
Probably.
pesos.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And Tanya's, yeah, I wish Nancy, oh, how sweet. Nancy, I don't know what to do with this because you don't know how to use my
we'll just
phone.
tell her we miss her too. That's all.
Okay, I'm going to do that because this is her Nancy's niece, so I'll do
No
that.
worries. Yeah. And just everyone there in the chat, if you could do me a quick favor, if you could please hit that like button if you haven't done so yet, I would much appreciate that, guys. Really, I would. And thank you for being here. You could have been anywhere else, but you decided to be here tonight on the chat with Michael and Nancy and everyone else here. So thank you again.
Hey, Weed Stacker. Hey, Passion.
All right. Joe feels very bad about. Ooh, yeah. Oops.
So he says all his cookies are gone already.
um,
Of course, that's like us. We're about the same.
Believe me, whenever I make a certain dessert and families on over, it goes quickly, whether it be cookies or brownies or even tonight making puff pastry with cream cheese and strawberries. So I'm looking to see if that's going to last or if that's going to be gone within probably, by the night's end.
yeah.
But yeah, I hear you on that. So, what else were we going to talk about? Oh, yeah, speaking of commemoratives, uh, it's funny that I'm starting to see some people actually go for those, and people are saying that, hey, I'm looking for 90% silver constitutionals, but the prices right now are just way too high. With the competition in the market, people are looking at, with your newer Washington quarters or Roosevelt dimes, you're looking at around 25 to 30x, and then if you look at like your Mercury dimes or you're looking at your Barber coins, those are going to be like 35x, right around that range, more or less. But then people are looking at the 90% silver half commemoratives, and they're starting to say, wait a minute, those have a cheaper price point. And I think that's because a lot of people overlook that stuff because they're looking at what's mainstream right now. So that's kind of a like, hey, if you want to get your feet wet, you want to start collecting, or if you want to stack some constitutional silver, I think that's a great spot to start. You know, like I'm trying to remember which ones. I have so many of them. There's the Booker T's. You have those ones. You have the San Francisco. Uh, was that the Columbia Expedition? And there's just so many more that you could find out
Yeah.
there. And
Yeah.
as for
Yeah.
gold, I know right
Right.
now a lot of people wish they could have more gold to stack, and I know that the prices are very high right now, and I know that what's going on in the markets with the cost of groceries going up, and people are trying to budget and trying to save, but it's pretty much right now where for every dollar you save, you're spending 10. It's kind of like a
Hey, Humble.
whack-a-mole. You get rid of three of them.
Hey, Daniel.
Oh, we got
Humble,
Humble Stacker up in here. We got Daniel
yeah,
here.
Humble
What's up,
Cracker's in the
guys?
house.
Glad you
Oh,
can make it,
Lord, it's
guys.
hard to be
Yeah.
humble when you're perfect in every way.
Yeah. No, what I was saying about with the gold is that I know people are trying to budget and they're trying to do the best they can with stacking right now. And the ones that mostly everyone's looking at is like grams or looking at 1/10. Some can actually, save up the funds to get the 1 ounces, which is, I think the best bang for your buck, paying less and less on the premiums. But yeah, I know everyone's trying to look for the deals out there right now, and that's why I'm grateful for this community. If someone knows of certain deals, they'll be able to post it, they'll be able to talk about it, and let everyone else know. So, that's a really, really kind thing to do because, these days I know everyone is trying to, do that dog eat dog world, like, hey, I will make money and I don't care who I have to step on to, get that money. But there are still some people out there who are actually kind of genuine, who are
Hey,
actually there
Jimmy.
to help people.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Wow.
yeah, stack whatever you can, guys. However you can get it. Look for the deals out there. Go to garage sales if you have to. Look at the online estate auctions. And try to stay away from eBay unless you know someone who's very reputable on that thing. But yeah, get whatever you can when you can, guys.
Yeah. I've been changing things around. I was stacking heavy on s- silver dollars. You know how I am with
I'm fine, Canslaw.
the Morgans and the peace dollars, and I got to
Oh yeah.
realizing nobody wants the peace dollars unless they're real. I was giving about practically giving them away. practically almost, and nobody wanted them. So I said, okay, I'm going to get rid of these things, and I did. I sold all of them off and turned them into MS65 Morgans. So,
Yeah, well, there's a few caveats to that. The first one is it comes down to preference on what people like one over the other. All right, so everyone's got their own preference on what type of coins they like. Some people just don't care about the design; they care about the content, like the silver that's in it.
yeah, yeah,
Second of
yeah,
all, the reason being for the Morgans over the peace dollars was because majority of the Morgans, even though there were millions of them produced, majority of them were melted down, and to find certain specimens in a really good grade, it's next to none, and it's going to cost you a lot of money to find them. So I think people are looking at it from a collector's perspective, like treating it like a Pokemon, like, hey, I got to catch them all. They need to get every single one of them right now, and it's just that with the Morgans, they're more scarce as opposed to the peace dollars. I mean, you have from 1921 to what was it 1928, and then you had 1934 and 1935, and those are out there, and there's more of them. They're more common to come by, but Morgans are not.
yeah.
So, I think it comes down to, just people wanting the Morgans, not only because, people always have the talks about the designs, like Morgans versus peace dollars, which one looks better. Me personally, I don't care. I think they both look beautiful. If I
Yeah.
got them, I got them. If I don't, I don't. But if I find them, cool, you know? But everyone has their own stacking preferences. Some do it more for collecting, some do it more for just pure stacking, like, hey, I want to stack some weight, behind me. But if there's other people out there that don't want the peace dollars, I see that as an opportunity to buy them as long as you're buying them at a fair price. Because, when it comes to Morgans, especially the pre 1900 ones, those ones, depending on what years and
Well,
what
they,
mint marks you have, are going to
you have a
cost you.
good night, hon.
Oh, is someone taking off?
Yeah, bait to hook.
Oh, Bait the Hook. Oh, okay. Good night, Bait the Hook. Thank you for stopping by. Take care.
Yeah,
But yeah,
appreciate him coming by. Anytime they bait and he comes in here with all his friends and yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
yeah.
Oh, the applause! I'm here, says War.
Hey, War!
Yeah, War's in the house. What's up,
Yeah,
War?
yeah. And we got lots of folks in here. Passion Stacking is in here, and
Yeah,
Bait the Hook
there's
was, and
Jess. Yeah. I
Rocco.
haven't been around for Jess's streams a lot. There's a lot of people that I haven't seen recently, and you know why, with my, you know,
sure,
me taking care
well
of the
stuff.
family out here. But I
It's
try to
good
get
to
around. If I don't pop in the chats or anything, I usually click on the videos ahead of time and hit that like button just to show my support and everything. Try to be around as best as I can.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I appreciate it. OC's in the house. I still have 999 silver bullion. That spot brand new in sealed tubes. If anybody needs a deal, the part that stinks is shipping, of course. Yeah,
always.
Oh
always.
yeah,
Yeah, I might have
yeah.
to get me some OC. We'll work that out. I'll give you a call if you're still in
Humble wants
here.
to know who's
Yeah.
the guy
Michael,
talking right now.
split the screen. He says. She says, split the screen. Okay, we're back. There we go.
I wasn't paying attention. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, we weren't split. Oh,
So how's your dad been doing? Is he getting better?
uh, he's doing okay. He had a bit of an episode because a few days ago, the doctors switched up his medication, and they're trying to wean him off of oxycodone,
Oh yeah,
for his
yeah,
pain.
yeah. I know.
However, they got him on something else, but apparently in the middle of the night, I guess it was supposed to last for about 6 to 8 hours. Ended up uh, emptying out of his system, I guess, after like 4 or 5 hours. So he woke up in the middle of the night. He was having cold sweats, like he was jonesing, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So he was in pain, and I was up throughout the night checking on him.
Mhm.
And we got him back on track with his medication, but we called his doctor up and tried to check up and see, like, hey, is it supposed to be like this, or was that just a fluke, or what's up? So they said it probably was a fluke because usually it's supposed to go for this long. So since that night, he's been doing good, and you know, just
Yeah.
managing his pain
No,
as best as
punishment.
possible.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, let me holler at Passion. Passion, thank you for coming by, and blessings to you too, sweetheart. We love you.
Oh, is she taking off?
What? We're still trying to fix Michael's medication. So we still.
And if Jess is taking off, then have a wonderful evening. Okay.
Yeah. Uh, Say that again.
I was saying that if Jess is taking off, then have a wonderful evening. God bless. And I think she also posted her mother's channel the other day as well, or promoted mother's
Yeah.
channel. I think also a birthday for her mother
Oh,
as well. So yeah, if you guys could wish her mom a happy birthday, I'd
yeah.
appreciate that. Yeah.
She's saying, "You're welcome. Thank you." Boop, boop. And night, y'all. Beto's in the house too. Reka's in here. Southeast still in here.
Yeah.
OC's in
Oye,
here.
Beto.
Daniel's in here. Uh, War's in here. Miss Amy Hummel. uh, we've been chatting a lot. I've not been. Nancy's been paying attention to it, but she don't like to get on there and type. Not. She don't want to touch that computer. Nope. 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 Nope.
Nah, I
And
do
she did.
too.
Oh,
I
BS.
turn it on and off.
See, she's learning something. She's learning how to turn it on.
I'm 78 years old. I can do what I want to.
That's right. She does too. Good night,
She's like,
Passion. Blessings. Oh
good
my
night,
goodness.
Jess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nancy's like, that's all I need to do. All right. I don't need to do anything else. I mean, do you expect me to waste precious woman power here? I mean, I got you for typing. That's your job, not mine. I'm supposed to sit here and look pretty.
Nancy. OC said, step away from the keyboard, and no one will get hurt.
Especially me.
Nobody will get hurt. There you go. Best thing in the world when
One
we
step
humble
at a
ourselves.
time, Nancy
Pain
Southie
RX is a little
said.
better than leave in
Oh,
Tyrol.
bless you, War.
70% organic. One step at a time, Nancy.
Yep, I said. And War said 78 young.
Yeah, that's right. See? Quit all your moaning. And we got to quit moaning and groaning. Oh, we're so old. Oh, we're so old. Oh, because it's, be it unto you even as you believe, right? Yeah, step up to the microphone, LOL. Not the keyboard, to the microphone, sweetie. Especially Michael, he doesn't need skillet rash.
Yep, you don't. Because I'm mean.
Yeah, oh boy. I told her one night, she said she was gonna hit me with, "Hey, Jimmy, he's saying good evening to you, Craig. Craig can't see the chat for some reason, but
Yeah. Sorry,
so
guys. I
I
can't see the
read the
chat. I
chat.
can, yeah, I'm just going to have to use Michael and Nancy to relay your guys' message from the chat over on this side. But hey, how's it going? Thank you for being here.
War said at 90 you can complain.
No, you can't complain. You got to be happy there too, because if you're happy and you don't complain, because what happens? We got a saying out here. We say, if you complain, you remain. In other words, you keep complaining, you're going to remain in that crappy situation. So stop the complaining. And so, yeah, we try not to complain too much. Yeah, step right on in. Oop, it was stinky in that hole. Yeah, that's well. Sometimes it's good because, the prodigal son, he stepped off into that pig pen and regretted it and it didn't take him too long before he ran home.
I do, Daniel.
Growing old, yes, we do, and we enjoy it. We love getting old together. You happy?
Besides, nobody put up with either one. I was going to put up with each other.
Yeah. If you're
No,
happy,
it's
then you know it. Clap your hands. That's what Humble says. Oh my goodness.
when it comes to getting older, uh, like for me,
Hey,
it's funny when people look at me and they hear my voice and they think like I'm some 20-year-old, and I'm like, yeah, add another 20 years onto that, and I'm right in that range. You know,
yeah,
I feel a little older, but at the same time, I don't feel like in my 40s. I feel like I'm still back in my 20s. Like
yeah.
it was just last year, and it just passes by in the blink of an eye.
Wow.
So when it comes to your age, and they say age is nothing but a number. It's about how you feel in life.
Hmm.
I've seen people who are younger that act so old and grumpy and grouchy, and then I see people who are older that act like a kid. It's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go to the store, and they take like a 5 hour drive to a casino somewhere and go goof off and spend money, and they come back home, and someone's like, "Where were you?" Like, I was at the store. Really? Yeah. It's
um,
like I was after the fourth hour. But you got to have a little bit of fun in life, and I know that what's going on right now in the world, and just here in America, how some people are saying like, oh, you can't say certain things, you can't act a certain way. And for me, I'm just like, dude, be yourself, but at the same time, just know where to draw the line on certain things, but still be yourself. But if
yeah,
people say to you like, oh, well, you can't say hello to me, you need to ask me permission, I look at that, I'm like, go kick rocks, I don't want to hear your BS. you know just I'm kind of old school. It's like, treat people with respect, but when someone tries to do something like that to me, I'm like, all right, who died and made you queen of the universe around here?
yeah,
you know
exactly.
it's just keeping the boundaries of respect. That's all I'm saying. But
Yeah,
And,
still, when it
you've
comes to
had the
age.
good one too.
we have I don't know what you think he's a transgender. I don't believe in transgender. There is no such a thing. Yeah. But
No.
anyway, I treat him with respect. I have enjoyable talks with him. You know, he tells me about his boyfriend, and and I talk about other, whatever, and I just keep it in those boundaries that I'm showing this person respect because he's a human, right? Irregardless of
Yeah.
what he's doing, that's what he's going to have to deal with in life, and if he's happy with it, well, go with it. But I truly don't think they are, and I think that that kind of lifestyle always ends up with a lot of pain, sadly. And
Yeah.
because I've had friends that have gotten into that, Nancy and I have both been around the gay community. They know we're straight. They know that we don't approve of that, but we still love them as people. So there's that. Anyway, oh, by the way, Southeast said, tell Craig to click comments if you, and he can see the chat. I don't know if you can see comments or not on your phone. I know the phone can be
uh
a pain in the booty. Life is a gift. Don't
oh
see it as a bad
oh, there
person.
it goes. Oh, okay, now I can see. Let's see the
Woo!
comments. Let's see
Hooray!
chat.
Conquer Ball says.
Okay, there it goes. Sorry, it's been over a year since I last came on StreamYard, and it was way different. The chat would actually show up, so now I can see. Okay, so good to hear your voice, Craig. Missed the stacking stuff from monthly meetups. Yeah, me too, OC. I asked Stacking Surfer like, "Hey, when are we gonna do that?" And I know he's very busy. I know he has a lot of stuff going on, and I just, told him,
And
"Hey,
it's
when you
awesome.
get the chance, yeah, do so."
Yeah,
Just let me know. Email me. And I know we have each other's phone numbers. We text each other and all that kind of stuff, man. So I appreciate that. Let's see.
yeah,
Southeast, yay. Amy, awesome. Daniel G. Bishop, comments, chat. Yeah. I'm in the StreamYards, Daniel. So I'm not on the YouTube app. I'm on StreamYard. So I have to go into another area to see comments. It's a little different from before. Let's see. More amen, bro. Yep. Same to you. And not even for yet. Yeah, pero lo que sea no me importa. Tú sabes. Yeah, but anyway, that was Spanish, and Beto will know what I meant. I'm just scrolling up. I'm gonna, see what everyone else has been saying that since I've missed out a bit. Life is a gift. Don't spend it as a bad person. Yes, that is so true, Daniel. Let's see, install grease fittings. I don't know what I was talking about there. Okay, we got Jimmy Lucari. Yeah, Jimmy, I haven't seen in a long time. It's good to see Jimmy Lucari. Right on.
Trilingual.
Yeah, but yeah, when it comes to the age, as you get up there, in between your 70s and your 90s, there are some people that I understand they've had, issues over the years, surgeries or medical conditions, and I feel for them. It's people like that who took care of us when we were kids, and now it's time for us to give back to them and help them out and take care of them. If they can't stand up as quick as they used to, or they can't balance themselves like they used to, or you know, it's good to help them out, especially when they get into their 90s. I have my grandmother, and she's not helpless. I would say she's the kind of woman that still gets up at about 3 o'clock in the morning and starts cleaning around the house and does yard work, and it's usually done by probably 11 o'clock. And then it's like, okay, go for a walk around the neighborhood, come back, make dinner, clean the kitchen, that kind of stuff. But, with her eyesight, she can't drive anymore. So, to go pick her up in the car and take her wherever she needs to, whether it's a doctor's appointment, take her to Costco to go fill up on groceries, or take her down to the DMV, or, whatever she needs, to be
Yeah.
there to help out, to give back and do
Mhm.
what is necessary.
Yeah, that's that's honoring others. That really is. I love the way you take care of your family. I really do. And
I
whenever you say,
appreciate
"Well,
that.
hey, Michael, I got to go. I got to do this and that," or I'm take, all the things that you have you've taken the responsibility on. I'm all for that because and I love it because it shows me that you really care about your family and you go out of your way. And sometimes you have to lay things down, and you do when you care about other people in your family. You have to lay other things down that you would like to do, but family is very important. And
Yes.
I look at my family. I look at my brothers and sisters in the Lord. I look out for my people here. The people that we love here, and we focus on all that.
Yeah. Out here with the Hawaiian community, it's about family first out here. And I know in other cultures, the word family is just a word. It has no
It's what
meaning
War
to,
said.
certain
Family
people.
first always.
Uh,
Yeah.
hey,
And I was,
hold on a minute.
go ahead.
Hold on a moment. Relic, going to friend you. Send you a couple. You can send me. You can send me pictures on. Aren't we connected on the phone there? Cell phone? Don't I have your? Didn't we? Yeah, that. I thought we just gave each other phone numbers. Sorry. Go ahead. I'll
Oh,
figure
no,
this
no,
out.
it's your show. No worries.
I'm
No
just
worries. Yeah. I
I'm
was
just
actually looking at the comments here in the chat, and I figured I'd get in here to respond to some. Let's see, Beto. The last time I heard Craig's voice was at Nichols, I think, way back. Yeah, Beto. That was, I think, New Year's for transitioning from 2023 to 2024, if I remember. So yeah, it's been a while since I've been over there. Let's see. Uh, I am technology challenged for real. That was Daniel. Yeah, Daniel. You know what? In some way, shape, or form, we're all technology challenged. I mean, for me, I'm still learning AI right now, and it's a new concept to me, and how to navigate it and how to use it, and it's a little intimidating at first, but the more I use it, the more I start to understand it and how I can use it for my benefit. Let's see, Conqueror Balls. Funny choice of name, but hey, let's see, bilingual. Yeah, I speak a little bit of Spanish and a few other languages. Let's see, OC. Yeah, Nicholas gone to the dark side. Yeah, OC. I know that he's against Trump right now, so that's his opinion. That's how he wants to do it. I'm not going to knock him for that one. Everyone has their own choice about what they want to talk about in politics. As long as he doesn't tell me that I need to, switch up. I'm like, dude, I'm Hawaiian. I'll never vote Democrat after what they did to my people. Hell no. So let's see. Benoya, type. Let's see. War Spanglish here. Yeah, hablar español. Right on. Let's see. Nickel stacking, you'll see. Very true. My parents are aging. Dad is 77. I have to keep my eyes on him. He does dangerous things. Yeah, Southeast. My father, he's a Vietnam veteran, and he's had some moments where uh, he snapped and had a bit of shell shock, and it was to the point where he wanted to grab his gun and load it up and go shooting at some people because the fireworks are going on out here, and he thought that he was in the middle of a war again. So I had to, separate all the ammunition from all the firearms and remind him like, hey, everything's okay. You're not in war anymore. You're home. You're okay. So I understand that, Southeast, and much respect and love to you, man, for helping out with your parents too, and I appreciate it. Let's see, relic, da 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 da, plant kindness and gather love. Yes, Daniel. I mean, that's easier said than done. I think it's more like plant kindness and love to those who are willing to reciprocate it towards you. And the people that don't, the only thing you can do is say, well, I wish you good luck and may God bless you, and just let them be on their way. It's kind of like, let, what was I saying? Let your baby find their own way kind of thing. You know what I mean? So let's see. Family first, always. Yes, we're definitely like we're going to jacked up. Cars are, yeah.
Good evening, Dandy.
Amy says, Craig, I like how you look after your family.
Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Thank you, Amy. And I'm just getting near to the bottom. Appreciate those forest. Da, 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 da. Beto says, my old man died once he turned 60 in 2023. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Lo siento, lamento tu pérdida. Listen, no gray hair or anything. He was a strong guy. He was, yeah. Some people, I mean, some died younger and some died, at an older age. And it just, it's just a time, and it really, really sucks. That's why I try to spend time with my family, because, tomorrow's never promised, and I have uh, I don't want to say a stepsister, but she's, her father had passed away, and the thing was, right before he passed away, she actually told him she hated him, and then he, I guess, had a heart attack, kicked over, and she's blamed herself ever since. So, you know, you got to spend what time you can with the family that you got, because once they're gone, that's it. You know, you you gotta just try to make the best of whatever situation. Some are going to be really great, and some are not going to be so great. But you just got to do what you got to do. It's got to use the electron and just bashes.
Check this
Yeah,
out, guys. This came from Relic, and that's at the UCV reunion in Dallas, Texas. It's very similar to what he found. Just thought y'all would like to see that, especially southeast.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know down in the south, there's people that are finding relics all the time, and
Yeah.
I think the ones that I like the most out of the southern part of the United States is when people find like old revolvers, like Lamat revolvers or Remingtons.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they dig some of those up, and then they clean them up, they restore them. I mean, those are just really, really beautiful. But to see the price of them, I'm like, geez. I mean, if only I could be so lucky to own one of those things. Now, I wouldn't sell one of them. I would keep them, because I love firearms, just like anyone else that does love firearms.
Wow.
And see, be right
Oh, you're
back to
welcome.
KOC.
I'm gonna show the badge he found. This will be interesting too. And let Cliff explain it. Okay. It's kind of hard for us to see, but interesting anyway. So I guess y'all can see this. Let's see if I can get. There it is. There it is. Isn't that cool?
Oh, nice.
Huh. Anyways, yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. Just seeing those, it kind of reminds me of like those old spaghetti westerns, or just like, you know what I mean? It's like,
Oh,
oh, there once was a gun that won the West. There was a man among the best, the fastest gun nor man alive. A lightning bolt when he shot that Colt, bang, 45. It's
yeah,
one of those things. It it just reminds me of that. You know.
This thing says United Confederate Veteran Veterans Reunion, and I can't really read much else of that.
Don't know, Ellie.
1912, and then there's something down
She
below.
may be asleep already, hon.
Who's that?
Ellen.
Ellie asking about Linda. Yeah, I know Linda pops in here sometimes. So yeah, if she's here, she's here. If she's not. But I don't recall seeing her in the chat.
She got unhappy the other night because everybody wanted to. A couple of people wanted to. What do you call that? My brain. Where's my brain at? To sub her, and she got really upset about it. And said, "If you don't quit, I'm gonna leave."
Oh, because she doesn't want to be posting her channel in the chat. She doesn't want people subscribing to her, and that's what she got upset about. And I remember from a few chats back that she said that. She goes, "Craig, don't post my link." I'm like, "Okay, Linda, no problem. I will retract my comment, and I won't post that up for you." Let's see. Ellie, love your voice. Craig, it's silly. Oh, thank you, Ellie. I appreciate that. Hello, by the way. I forgot to say hello to you, Ellie. Let's see. Craig kind of sounds like Liberty Bleeds Silver. Do I really sound like Liberty Bleeds Silver? Huh.
Hey, Ellie. I didn't even see her in the chat. Please don't time me out.
Please don't time me out. Oh,
please.
Lord Jeebus, don't time me out.
Well, boy, I got hot at somebody the other night that came in the chat, and they were just being stupid. So I said, I will give you a 10-second timeout, and if you can't behave yourself, you're gone. And I really got on. I said a few other things. I don't remember exactly what I said. It wasn't curse words, but it was pretty hard. And I walked out of the room because I was. You don't say nothing about my wife, and you don't say Nancy's dead show.
Ooh, someone did that? Oh, yeah. Hell no.
I didn't put up with that.
Yeah, and when I am here in the chat, and there's a few times where I've seen people in the chat that do that. I'm like, yeah, I'm banning you for 24 hours from the chat. You can sit here and watch, but you can't say anything. You can leave at your leisure if you wish, but other than that, yeah, no one can see what you're typing.
Yeah.
And that's the same way for Stacking Silver's channel. When I mod on his channel, there's people that come in, and I posted warnings like in capital letters, like notice to everybody, like no trolling in the chat, no disrespecting other people. This is your only warning. Do that, and I will ban you. No questions asked. And I'm grateful for OC Stacker because he and I we have each other's back when we go into the chat for the moderation, and sometimes we'll text each other like, "Hey man, that guy was just very disrespectful, and I banned him," and he'll be like, yeah, man, you did the right thing. And even he will do the same thing too with bannings on. I'm like, yeah, you did the right thing, bro. So yeah, we have everyone's back. It's all about respect and just drawing boundaries up to let people know, like, hey, don't come in here and disrespect me and think that I'm that guy you could steal off of, because where I'm from, you don't pull that on me.
Yeah.
All right. Because if you want to be a man about this, we could take it outside and we can handle it like men. No cops, no witnesses. What happens, happens. After that, you go about your life. Whatever happens.
Well, I took it personal.
I don't blame you.
I didn't say anything to anybody.
Yeah.
You did.
I just felt like crying.
Well, that was just uncalled for and being silly, and it's sadly, and I know we have people that are mods in here, so, and I'm going to say this is the mods' responsibility. I shouldn't have had to done that. They should have already done that.
Yeah, I know that when it comes to mods, some mods are quick to jump on it and be like, nope, I'm going to ban you, and that's that. And then other mods are like, should I ban them? I don't know if I should ban them. Am I going to get in trouble by the content creator? I think that's what goes through people's heads, because when I first did it.
Yeah, I get that. And my thought is ban them for 10 or 30 seconds or a minute, something like that. And that's fine with me,
Yeah.
and then come, and if they come back, see, the problem is I'm doing all kinds of things, and I don't always see what's going on.
Yeah. That was not nice. That was like very out of pocket, what they did
Oh
to you
yeah,
guys.
yeah. That's just, and it
See,
was just,
Bullion Brent. Hey, Bullion, how's it going? See,
and yeah, and I don't remember, I don't even remember his name, but he
that's
came in
okay.
with someone else.
That's okay. Don't even mention his name if you do remember it, because by doing that, people are
Yeah,
gonna be like, "Oh, let me go on YouTube. Let me see if I can find that person's profile, and then go send them some nest." No, no, no. You don't need to do
yeah.
that. Just cut them out of your life
No,
because
I
it
took care of it.
irritates.
I
Yeah,
took care of it. He thought he was going to be funny or a smart aleck, and I took care of it.
yeah,
I banned him for a few seconds, and I walked out,
yeah,
and then you know
yeah. The thing I've noticed with YouTube, you gotta build a tough layer of skin, like of leather, when you're
yeah,
doing your channel, like your live streams, because you're gonna have people from all walks of life just come into the chat, and it's not about you; it's about them just trying to, garner attention
yeah,
in
yeah,
some way, shape, or form, and they don't care who they hurt as long as it's appealing to their ego. And
yeah,
believe me, I dealt with this a lot, and some people here in the chat can understand. And one way that I learned is, I used to play video games. My brothers and I would play Call of Duty, and you would have the online team deathmatch. And I remember one time specifically, there was this kid. He was from the UK, and he was just talking so much smack on the opposing team. And my brothers and I were all on one team with our friends from California.
yeah.
So we jump into the game, we beat him, and this British kid is just talking so much crud that my youngest brother, he's the troll in the family. He goes, "Oh my God, when did they let Harry Potter into the game?" And everyone on the chat laughed about it. And this kid said, "Sir, I challenge you to a 1v1, a one-on-one match or battle." And my brother says, "Sorry, I don't own a wand." He just made this kid look stupid, and he just made everybody laugh. And to add more injury to it, after he said, "Sorry, I don't own a wand," he just said, "Expelliarmus," just to add injury to, insult to injury. So it's one of those things that my brother, would do just to get back at some of these people who think that they're all edgy online. They love to talk this kind of stuff. And I just look at this like, yeah, you have no life outside. You rather talk through a computer to someone else thinking that you're hardcore when really you're not. You're probably, softer than, a baby's skin. I could say something else, but,
Yeah, yeah.
that's, yeah. That's how it can be. Well, let's see. Let's go back to the chat. Oh, Daniel Bishop took off. All right, Daniel. Good night. Thank you for being here. We got Dandy
Have a good
Dave in the
one.
chat.
Now,
Sometimes
Ellie
things get
says,
past me while reading chat. Yeah, I mean that's all of us. They once
Ellie
said
says,
something.
some channels don't like you to put people on timeouts, and you're damn if you do, and you're damn if you don't, and that's the thing. And Ellie's, if somebody insults somebody else in there and they catch it, yeah, give them a 10-second hug. And if they come back and act respectful, that's good. And if they don't, well then get the heck on out of here. I don't need
Yeah,
you in here stirring up people. I don't need you insulting people in here.
yeah,
And
exactly.
certainly,
And to read Ellie's message or chat right here, it says some channels don't like you to put people on timeouts. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. I've actually had that, Ellie. I actually got into an argument with a content creator, and I'm not going to say who. And this is someone that said, "Hey, no trolls in the chat. If you do spot them in here, kick them out, or warn them, et cetera, et cetera. Just going down the line." And I found a few people that were doing that. And when I warned them, like, "Hey, knock it off," they didn't listen. They just said, "Oh, what are you going to do about it?" I banned them. And then I caught flack afterwards, and I told them, "So you mean to tell me that I did this, and you're chewing me out for doing this when you said it was okay for me to do this, but now you're saying that it's not okay? Well, which is it? You can't have it both ways. So
yeah,
either I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't." And
yeah,
they
yeah,
felt stupid. They wouldn't say a word to me because they got caught in their own contradiction. I said, "How about this? take me off the mod from your channel, and I will not bother to mod for your channel anymore. However, I will say this: if they come back in here and they start up this crud ever again, don't come crying to me to fix your mess. You're the one who enabled it. And I left that person, and I just said, good luck with your channel. And that was that.
Yeah.
You got to learn when to walk away. You got to learn when to put your foot down. It's about standing on principle and standing on business.
Can I ask Ellie a question? And this is kind of not what kind of really not attached to this, but she's saying I get a lot of commercials and I miss what someone said. Can I ask you, Ellie? Do you get commercials on my channel when they're watching mine? I've
She said
always
yes, Michael.
where?
Right there.
Oh, you actually do? That's interesting because I thought that I didn't get it because I myself pay not to get commercials.
Oh yeah, was that the YouTube Premium?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ellie says, get any on yours, Michael.
Huh?
It's weird. On certain channels, you will get the ads during a live stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, and others you won't.
Yeah, she says I don't get any on yours, Michael, and I didn't think so because one, I'm not because of the premium, but the other one is that I'm not. What do they call that? When you get paid by YouTube.
Oh, monetize.
Monetize. Yeah, I'm not monetized, and I'm glad of that. So
Yeah.
yes, Michael, was to your question. No commercials on your live. Good. I don't. Everybody says I don't get them. That's good. I'm glad.
I
Because
think once
that
you
way
meet
we
a
don't
certain
have all this
threshold,
crap.
then they start adding the commercials and the ads into your lives. Because I've seen that with Yankee Stacking's channel, Silver Dragons, and also Stacking Surfers channel. And there's other channels here and there that I've seen it, but there's some I don't. So yeah, it's just the way how YouTube is changing up their algorithm and how they're changing up their system. Let's see. Bullion Brent said ads play when you go to my channel, yet I can't collect ad revenue yet. Seems a bit unfair, but it is YouTube's one. Yes. Uh, I've heard of people actually doing that where they're not monetized, but somehow they have ads on their channel and they're not even getting a penny of any of that ad revenue.
Yeah.
So it's like basically by saying you want to monetize your channel, that means you have to adhere to the rules to get pennies on the dollar or breadcrumbs, while at the same time the people that are watching your channel have to suffer for that was it 2-part ad that's like 5 hours a piece and there's no skip button and you're like, ugh, makes me not want to watch. Yeah. YouTube has a big problem with that, and yeah, I don't like it, but it is what it is. It's their platform.
Ain't it?
Yeah. Let's see. Nonsense. No commercial on here. Let's see. I do get interruptions while I'm on your channel, Michael. My husband interrupt you. Let's see.
Oh,
live stream.
I'm
just going up. I'm looking back to see if I missed any comments here.
Lots of ads for them, eh?
See, we don't get paid to mod. We do it out of the goodness of our heart. Yes, El, that is that is so true. And I was called out by a content creator too. Yeah. It's one of those things, and I think I've told Michael about this, and I've told a few others when we would have our chats. I don't like the hypocrisy, like the contradictions when someone says something like, "Oh, take your time, but hurry up." I'll look at them like, first of all, I don't respect you enough to even listen to your commands. Second of all, you don't pay my bills, you don't sign my paycheck, so check that attitude of yours. I'm just like that. I'm kind of old school. It's like you show respect, you get respect. But if you want to make, stupid comments like that, and it's like, yeah, I don't want to dialogue with you. No offense to anyone in here. I'm not trying to be a grouch or anything. I'm just being real and upfront and honest about that. Let's see.
Yeah.
War says
I had
Uber tonight.
I gave a guy a timeout on Yankees channel last night because he kept on repeating himself. Show your face. Show your face. Show your face. Show your face. And
Yankee has that on his channel a lot. There's always someone that says, "Oh, show your face. Show little stacks." It's like, dude, he already told you don't spam the chat. If you do, he's gonna take you out. If not, he's gonna have a mod like the many of like Tuli or what
Yeah,
was
I'm
that?
mod there now
Uh,
myself.
MSJ, yeah, and you're the mod over there, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see. War says no Uber tonight. Actually, War, I didn't say this earlier, but my brother is moving back to Oahu, but he was staying for the past month here at my place. So I would go pick him up. He actually left a few days ago to fly back to Kauai to go get his wife and his two daughters. They're selling off stuff. They're moving out of their house, and then he's gonna be back. Let's see, today's Friday. I think he comes back on Sunday night. So I'm gonna see if he's gonna be staying here or if he's getting into his new place, and then we'll see if I still gotta be the Uber after, uh, because right around this time I usually leave to go get him, pick him up from work. But yeah, I'm gonna see if I'm still gonna be doing that or if he's got his own going
Yeah.
on. But yeah,
Yeah,
I
Julie's the
hear you on
greatest,
that.
and all the people at Mod have learned a lot from her.
Oh
We
yeah, Tuli is a
She's the
sweetheart.
one that taught us about hugs. Yeah.
She's definitely good. Yeah. Yeah, Tuli, she is a sweetheart. It's been a while since I've actually chatted up with her, just because of my situation. It's
right.
like I have to be out the door and go, be the chauffeur, drive people around, help people out and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because I know
Yeah.
she's emailed me a few times like, "Are
Hey,
you not
Taylor.
coming around to my channel anymore? Is everything okay?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, Tuli, everything's fine. I'm just really busy."
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I've even seen like from this channel too. Some people are like, "Where's Craig at?" I'm like, "I'm still here, guys. I'm just really busy at multitasking and driving around, picking people up, especially right down the street from Honolulu International Airport. I got family flying in from Texas, flying in from California, flying in from the UK, flying in from Canada,
Okay.
even Japan, China, New Zealand. So it's 24/7 around the clock. I got someone coming in, to the airport. Pick them up, drop them off. They're staying either at my place or they're staying at another family member's house. So yeah, I try to be around as much as I can. Let's see.
I'll be back, Joseph says.
Oh, we got
And
Joseph in here. What's up, Joseph? Long
yeah,
time no
Joseph's
see. I
in
hope
the
you're doing
house.
well, man. Let's see. Now the chat's loading for me on this side. No, it stopped for a while. I'm like, okay, is everyone stopped? Let's see. I cannot stand you guys
Southeast says
politics.
life gets busy. We understand.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
don't
life
talk.
does get busy.
We don't talk about. We don't talk about politics too often, but when we do,
Yeah. I I will say this. When it comes to politics, I will speak about certain things on politics, but not a lot, because when it comes to speaking about that, I only speak to the people that I trust or people that I know that are close to me about that kind of stuff because I was raised to where you don't talk about politics or religion because I was just bad table manners. Unless it's someone that you're really
Hey,
comfortable
Taylor,
talking with. But if
Taylor.
it's just like some random person, I won't go that far because, one thing you say can, it's like poking at a hornet's nest. It doesn't take much just to, start an agitation, so to speak.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't.
So
I
yeah.
don't mind. I don't mind people. Uh, you can have your opinions. You can have your own opinions. I don't mind, but you can't
Yeah.
have your own facts. You got. If you're going to give out facts, they got to be correct, and that'll get me going when I hear
Oh,
someone misstating the truth and misstating the
oh,
facts because of their opinions because they listen to stupid people.
yes.
Yeah,
I've had that before with people where I would say, I want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth because
yeah.
whether it's whether it benefits me or not, it's the truth. I may not like
Mhm.
it at times. It's a cold splash of water. I'm not going to like it, but it's going to help me out in the end. But
Sure.
then there's the other people that say, "Oh, but this is my truth," and I look at them saying like, "So you're saying my truth? You're only talking about the good stuff. You're not talking about the bad and the ugly." So therefore, you're omitting certain information. Therefore, you're being
Oh yeah,
disingenuous.
yeah.
Yeah. I do
Yeah,
not like that with certain people. Let's see. I'm just going back here
Jimmy.
to the chat and reading.
Let's
Let's
see.
see.
Yeah, Jimmy's saying very true. Religion and
Hey,
politics can
Spiky
be very,
Mikey.
very intense, especially when debating online. This is true, it seems when we're online, some people just it's easier for them to say, puff up their chest and say things. Let's put it that way.
Well, yeah,
And
they call keyboard warriors. It's
yeah,
the I think I'm tough, but when you catch them out in public, they curl up real quick.
hmm
And
Hey, Spiky.
it's difficult. Some people just think that they're tough, but you want to be tough, dude. Try living in a ghetto, sleeping with a
yep,
gun next to your
Ellie.
bed with the safety off, and hoping that no one breaks in to kill you or shoot through your window at you. I've lived that, and I'm glad I don't live in that area anymore. But
Woo.
it's the experiences we go through in life. But yeah, don't try to be something you're not, because one of these days it's gonna bite you in the butt.
Hey, Grant. Happy Sunday to you. Oh yeah, it
See,
gets
Grant Campbell.
nasty rapidly because some people, I I can deal with it a lot more easier than some people, but there's that point,
Yeah,
if you're gonna continue repeating something that you heard on a particular news channel that you know is totally false, and you're actually going to try to get me to believe what you're saying, come on, I says, and I've told some of them, I said, don't tell me what you heard. Don't stop listening to so on and so forth. All the way from one end to the other, and I go all the way from the other side to this side. Anything, most of it on cable news is got their own spice in it. You know,
yeah.
and
I've
the
made
one reason
the
why they
comment. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I think it was one of the Wu Tang members said, "It's not where you're from, but
From
where you what
where
your
your
gat."
gat's at. It's not where you're from, but where your gat's at, like your gun.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
Wu
yeah,
Tang
yeah.
Clan. Yeah, ODB. May he rest in peace. Yeah, I agree, William Brent. Let's see here. I'll go back up a bit. Ellie said the problem is that the majority of people that talk about politics listen to the media and repeat what they hear. Total brainwash. One channel spews nonsense. Yes, I agree. There's a lot of people who blindly follow
Yeah,
that stuff instead of looking at it
sure.
from both angles and multiple sources to, double
Hey,
check to make
Stuart.
sure, get a second opinion, which most people don't do. Let's see.
Yeah.
Spiky Mikey, hello. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for being here. Ellie says, smash the like button, guys. We got 30 likes, 21 in the chat. Hey, thank you. 30 likes. All right. Let's see. Jimmy
Woohoo.
says, but in person, it actually breaks families apart by the shenanigans. Believe what you want, but don't push it on me or my children and try to convert. Yeah, I agree. It's like you can speak your belief, but don't try to impose it on me, because
Yeah.
once you do that, then you're trying to control me. You're trying to, manipulate me. No, no, no. There's a
Yeah.
fine line that you draw on that. Let's see
Happy
here.
February too.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Cool.
Beto says, glad I don't watch the news, all negative and the same old thing. Yeah, Beto, I'm the same way here. I'd rather focus on other things. That's why I detach from, like all the news channels like Fox News and,
What's up, Stuart?
just I watch them from time to time, but I try to not,
Hey, Stuart.
do on that. Yeah. Oh, Stuart's here. Hey, Stuart. See, cite sources. Yeah. Opinion is in fact yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts over feelings. I agree with that. The hood will do hood stuff. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm glad that I went through it, but at the same time, I'm never going back to that. Yeah. Good evening.
Mainstream media. Yep.
Yeah. Indoctrinate children. Don't indoctrinate. Yes, I agree. Southeast Stacker. That's the biggest hypocrisy. Is these liberal public schools will say, oh, children need to, explore their ideas and their minds. Don't tell them what to do, but at the same time, they'll tell the children what to do. It's like you're contradicting yourself. You're being a hypocrite.
They
Yeah.
think we're top when they're children, so they just need to leave them alone.
Oh yeah, and the one that I've seen recently is where the school boards will say, "Oh, a parent doesn't have a right to raise their child. We are the ones that decide on how the child should be raised." Like, first of all, you didn't give birth to that child, so check that attitude. Second of all, You are not the one who has to change the diapers of those kids, give them baths, give them brand new clothes, put food on the table for them, and you don't have to spend your time off, playing with them, taking them to the park or taking them to Chuck E. Cheese or, what have you. So don't tell me as a parent that what I need to do. It's like you as a teacher need to teach math, you need to teach English and not politics, especially at a second grade level.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Hey,
Hey,
Cartier.
Cartier. So y'all moved in next to your new home, right?
And we got
Like you
Cartier.
might
What's up, Cartier?
Bye, my brother.
Let's see
Yeah.
here. I'm just going back in the chat here. Let's see. Lame Stream Media. Yeah, Jimmy, I hear you on that one. Let's see. Amy says, Beto, I'd love to see the ones who broke the law on that island actually go to jail, but the high profile and no jail time. Yeah, I know you're talking about the Epstein list. I'm just like,
I don't know.
it's just, it has nothing to do with me, but the people that are on that list that did commit those crimes, you know what? If we don't catch them, guess what? One day they're going to pass away and they're going to have to answer to God for that. It's like Denzel Washington says, from the movie Man on Fire, when he goes into the apartment with the RPG ready to fire upon down at the street, the people in the apartment are speaking to him in Spanish, and they said, you're supposed to be a good man. It's about being a forgiving man. It's about God. And then he says to the old man, forgiveness is for between them and God. It's my job to arrange the meeting.
Yeah, that
I
guy.
like that.
Hey, I'm gonna take a couple of minutes break, Craig. Keep him
Sure.
busy.
Yes, sir. I
Thank
shall
you.
do it. No problem. All right, everybody. First of all, if you haven't hit that like button, could you please do me a favor? Could you please hit that like button for Michael and Nancy? I appreciate that, guys. Let's see. Let me look back here in the chat, and I'll try to go down. Let's see. Or DVD I purchased for $1. Yeah, Joseph, what's up, brother? Let's see. I'll never unsubscribe to Nickel. He is my go-to. I'm not going to unsubscribe to Nickel. He has his opinions. Whether I agree with him or not, those are his opinions, and I'm just going to respect that. That's cool. Let's see. Let me look down here. It moved up or moved in, made spaghetti. Ooh, Cartier made spaghetti and meatballs. Hell yeah. Can't go wrong with spaghetti and meatballs. Let's see here. Southeast Snacker, trans. Yeah, for me, I have family members here in Hawaii. Some are trans and some are gay. And I even have an older brother who is gay. He lives with his partner. And he knows my stance. He knows that, I love women. I want to be with a woman. And, the traditional marriage and relationships. And he agrees with that. I told him, I don't hate him for what he does or anything like that. I can never do that. He's my brother. That's his choice in life. So, I give him a hug and I just, spend time with him because I don't care about his politics, what he likes, or his lifestyle. That's his life. I let him live his life to do what he needs to do. But show kindness and love and compassion as best as you can. And as for my other family members, yes, I do have some that are trans, and some of them have even done it all the way from like 1998, and they're still living to this day. Let's see. Sing with Michael and Nancy. I don't know. I mean, I don't I don't know what kind. I mean, I could, but I don't think I'm that much of a good singer. I try. Let's see.
Well, neither am I,
Jimmy.
but I give it what I got.
Yeah, I try. Let's see. Jimmy says they don't want the young masses to understand and teach conditional rights and civil liberties, and not even anything about banking. Yes, banking. This is something that I've learned from not just from the older people, but especially from Robert Kiyosaki about how we're taught in schools about history. We're taught about social studies, science, mathematics, but we're not taught about how to make money, how to how to value the dollar.
Thank you,
We're just told to be a worker, not an owner. So I agree with you. Only yes, but he'll have to answer the guy. Yeah. Yes, he has constitutional rights. Yes. Let's see. Being collecting the state. Oh, okay. Bullion Brent says, being collecting the state quarters from pocket change I get. I got 16 of the 50. Yeah, I have those too, man. I mean, I love the state quarters. My favorite ones are the 2008 and 2009. Uh, let's see, the territories and the last states, especially the Hawaii quarter from 2008. But the 2009s, the territories like the Puerto Rico, American Samoa, Guam, and what was it? The Northern Mariana Islands was one of the ones I have to look again, but but those ones I do love. Let's see, awesome. Let's see, Southeast, the America, the beautiful quarters. Yeah. Let's see, Neil's in here. Hey, Neil, it's good to see you. Let's see, more watch silver tomorrow. Could get good. Yeah. Right now, I'm just looking at the markets. You know, if it goes down, that's a great buy for everyone else that could get in while the prices are cheap. If it goes up for anyone that is holding, it's a good thing because if you need to sell it off to make some money to pay whatever bills, good. You know, I just see it as a positive on both ends. Let's see here. Yeah, Bullion Brent. I have a bunch of the women's quarters too, and some territorial ones. Yes, I have. I think the 2022 and 2023. I stopped after that, but I got the 2023 because the Hawaii quarter. Uh, she was my aunt, Edith Kanakaole, and she passed away in 1979. So I bought the silver proof set. So I'm keeping that in my family as an heirloom to say like, hey, you know, family's on the quarter, you know, got that all up there. Let's see. They had home economics to the end of the 90s. I took nurse. Oh yeah, home. Yeah, home econ classes. I remember that. Let's see. It's hard.
I
I live in
collect
Canada,
that.
and it's hard to get American coinage. Yeah, Mikey. I know that there are some people up there in Canada that said that they would love to get certain coinage here from America, and they're having a hard time, especially with the American silver eagles and gold eagles, whether it's tariffs or just getting past customs, because it's a pain sometimes. Let's see. Ellie says, Craig, have you ever considered starting your own channel? I know you have a channel. It would be amazing. Yes, Ellie, I was originally going to do that, but because I'm a caretaker for my father, I had to put it off because he needs someone with him 24/7. Uh, he's had numerous surgeries and he's also had other problems too, including temporary spinal paralysis to where he would drop to the floor to where I've actually had to call the ambulance a few times to have him come in here with a gurney and have him hauled out and go down to the hospital and have him checked out to see what else is going on. But, you know, eventually when I get things all squared away, then I'll be able to set up my stuff. But in the meantime, I'm just focused on taking care of my father. You know, plus I mentioned a little earlier, I have my brother moving back here. He's been staying at my place, so he's been sleeping in the living room, and you know, picking him up from work or taking him to work early in the morning, uh, to where you know he started off his new promotion as a district manager because his car is on the island of Kauai, so he doesn't have one here on the island of Oahu. So yeah, I'm just driving him around. So I'm just trying to, you know, do the best that I can. But I appreciate that though. See, that's so cool that your aunt was on. Yeah, I was kind of surprised, El, when I found out that my aunt was going to be on the quarter for 2023, and I got in contact with some of my family members on my mom's side because their last names are all Kanakaole, and we talked to some of them like, did you hear Auntie's on the quarter? Like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's, you know, it's a really cool thing, you know. And this
Yeah.
comes back to what we were talking about earlier in the stream about knowing where our family came from, and you know, you never know what you're going to find out about them until like later on in life, and that was something that was kind of a, you know, a surprise. Let's see. Neil says, accurate, Southeast Stacker. I find one woman is expensive. Good luck with 25. Yeah,
You talk
yeah.
about the
He
women's
ain't,
quarters. Be
or just in
correct.
general. Yeah. Let's see. Let's understand. Let's see. Yes,
No, Craig,
1917.
just to let you know, I love all my women, and I love all of them, and I want to hug them and squeeze them and name them Georgie.
Yeah, I'm gonna hug him, and squeeze him, and I'm gonna call him George. Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's it. And all the women are his coins, because no other woman get near him.
No,
Alabama,
they're
hmm.
they ain't getting married. Why? Because they're strong and independent. They don't need a man. Don't want no man. They could do all bad by themselves. That's fine with me.
Hey,
Yeah.
They voted for freedom. They wanted rights. They got it.
yeah.
They want to cook their own food, even though they can't. Majority of them these days. That's fine with me. Let's see, Amy. Uh,
Jared
376 troy
Highland.
ounces of paper sold approximating to 1 troy ounce of physical. So, if they like comics cannot deliver physical, they could cause problems in the causing problems in the financial markets. Let's see.
Jared Highland says independent woman.
Yeah, they say that they're strong and independent, but then they show that they're weak and codependent. And I'm not trying to, say that about every woman. It's just to the ones that claim to be something that they're not. Because traditional women, the ones that know how to treat a man, the ones that know how to show love and appreciation to a man, the ones that say, hey, one and done, I want a family and I'm staying with this person for the rest of my life to grow old with, that's a woman that I respect.
Yeah.
But these ones these days that want to go around like, oh yeah, I slept with like 15 guys yesterday. I'm like, oh yeah, get away from me. And I do get that a lot from a lot of people. And it's like, yeah, I don't want to associate with you. Let's see. Let's see. Leave me and my money alone. Yep. Jared Highlands, hello. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, it's like Dave Chappelle when he had his stand up. He said, when a woman's talking about the abortion, she talks about, my body, my choice. And he says, man, well, my money, my choice. So, yeah, I hear you on that one. I
They said
agree.
that until that particular thing happened a couple of years back, and then all of a sudden it wasn't their body anymore and their
Yeah.
choice. It
Oh,
belongs
yeah.
to my body belongs to the government. Just put anything in me you want to. I'll do anything you want me to. Just don't fire me. I need this wonderful job.
Uh, it's like the joke when it comes to Bill Burr, talking about like abortion, where women when they have the baby inside of them and they abort the baby and they say, "Well, it wasn't really a baby. It wasn't really alive." He said, "That's kind of like making a cake. You put the
Yeah,
batter inside the oven, you come in, you throw it on all over the floor. It's like, it wasn't really a cake, but it kind of was a cake. It's kind of like that."
yeah.
So let's see, what else do we
Ooh.
have here? Let's see. Mikey says, "Oh, you don't make 200K a year?" Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I see that. I've dealt with that a lot with over the past 20 years. There are women that are like, "Oh, how much does a man need to make in order to date you?" He needs to make 500K a year just to date me. And I look at them like, no, no, I'm not joking, Michael and Nancy. There are people that actually say this. Uh,
Yeah.
there's people that will just say it out on the street. They'll say it on camera, and they actually mean it. Like, oh, he has to make $1 trillion a day. Anything less, he is broke. He has to be 10'6". Anything less, he's a midget. And it's just like, wow, the delusion is so freaking high, and the brain cells are just really non-existent at that point. You know, it's just really sad. Let's see.
Yeah. It's all
Yeah.
about them.
Oh, it is, and they even mention it. If you watch some of these videos of these women posting these videos on TikTok or even through YouTube, they just say it out there like, "Oh, I'm 53, I'm hot, I'm single, so how come no guy wants me? Where are all the good men?" It's like, well, how many men have you dated? When's the last time you dated? I just dated last week. And when was the last time you had a real relationship? Oh, about 40 years ago. It's like, you are a walking red flag. No wonder why you're single. Goodbye. Let's see, Beto. Thank God I ain't married yet or any kids. I used to think that way, Beto. I wanted to get married, but unfortunately, I've been cheated on too many times and where I've lost faith in just, you know, a lot of women. Plus, what's going on in today's age where a woman can divorce a man at any time for any reason and take half of what he has, you know,
Yeah.
it's just really, really sad, you know, because the courts, 85% of the time, they're leaning in favor of the woman, whether she cheated on the guy or not, whether she left, saying it's irreconcilable
No.
differences. And the courts, it specifically says in the court guidelines that during divorce proceedings, the courts will decide what's best for the mother and the children
Yeah,
during
the
the
court.
divorce proceedings. There's nothing in there that says what's best for the father, the mother, and the children. The father doesn't have any rights when it comes to that. So it really sucks. And there's a lot more men that are not dating anymore. They're not getting married. And the pandemic for women out there, I mean, the singles events, women are going to clubs, they're going to bars, they're going to singles events, and no
Hey,
guys are showing up. Yeah.
Silver
Silver
Clan,
Clan, hello
welcome.
there. Welcome. Let's see. So check. It took a man to help make a life, but has no say. And that said, yeah, Neil, that is one of the issues that the men are still dealing with. And it's just sad. You know, you can't yell at a woman, you can't tell her what to do, or else you're seen as misogynistic, and you could probably go to jail for it. And I've seen it myself firsthand.
Hey, Craig, you know what happened when Nancy and I first got married. We had that time of the decision. I told her one day, I said, "Sweetie," I said, we got to run this just like a company, and in a company there ain't two presidents. You can have a president and you can have a vice president, right? And guess what? I'm the president, and you're the honorable vice president, and that's the way we work it. Because you can't have two presidents in the same company. You can't have
Agreed.
two commanders in the same platoon. It don't work.
No.
And I like her opinions. I listen to her opinions, but when it comes to the vote, mine counts.
Yes, and this is the issue that I've seen. There's a lot of women who want the role of a leader, but they don't know how to be the leader, and yet they still want all of the rewards, but none of the responsibility.
I didn't do it.
And that's why, yeah, and that's why it's like when it comes to a relationship, you know, it's a job 24/7. There's got to be a leader and there's got to be a follower. There cannot be two leaders. And in the way that some of these women speak, it's like, oh, but we think there could be two leaders. And then you ask them a question like, can there be two presidents of the United States at the same time? And then they roll their eyes around, you know, you see that 404 error popping up in their head. And instead of answering the question, they deflect saying like, so can I ask you a question? And it's like, ugh. I'm going to slap the hell out of you, woman. I swear to God. They do that. They move the goalposts. They try to do that kind of stuff. And it's really sad to see where our life is going here with
the thing generation. The thing about it is it's like here in the home. I find that I have things that I do better and things that Nancy does better. I keep up with things, you know, like I'm pretty good at keeping up with all the bills and what's got to, you know, when they got to be paid and the doctor's appointments, the prescriptions and all that kind of stuff. And it takes it right off of her because it gets too much on her, right? But there's things that she can do and deal with that I just go, cuckoo, cuckoo. And I'm the cuckoo clock in that area. So we have our own thing and that's how we work our house, and that's how we work our marriage, and it seems to be better for both of us.
Yeah, it's about give and take. It's about compromise. You know, in order to get something, you have to give up something, and that's how it should be. Unfortunately,
all of it, OC, you missed all of it.
Phone call. What did I miss? Oh, you missed a lot, OC.
Oh my goodness, we've been through many subjects, politics to marriage to women to who's the boss.
The general. All right, well, let's use that phrase. Not who's the boss, who's the general.
Right. And Nancy's the colonel here. Nancy's my colonel. And when I'm not here, she rules and reigns. Even on this thing, if I leave to go to get a cup of coffee or something, whatever she says goes. Okay.
Yeah, and to shut you up, she says at ease, private.
Yeah. And And ask Nancy about what she said to her manager one time. Uh, she said, what did she say? I made her. She still has them too. I took some little tiny Christmas balls, those little tiny kind you hang on the miniature trees, little tiny stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I took all the coloring out of it and stuffed it with garland, and then put earring thingies on there, hooks on them, and she wore them to work. And the manager got into a little pissing games about something, and she told Nancy, she says, well, anybody who wears balls, and Nancy shot right back at this store manager and says, Penny, kiss my balls. Woo!
You could say that, or just say, "Are they too big for you?" I didn't hear a no.
Boy, did she think she had a big pair.
Then you got to have a little bit of fun with them, make them look a little stupid, but at the same time, put a little smile on their face or yours,
Hey,
dealer's choice.
Wow, 38 likes and 19 in the chat.
Hey, there we go. 38 likes. Thank you guys. Thank you for all who hit the like button.
What's
Glad
going
you
on
guys.
with OC there? I missed that. Said something about going on a vacation.
Oh, OC said, sorry, best friend and his wife called to plan our vacation in 2 months. All right. Where are we going, OC? Where are they coming to you? Yosemite National Park, Grand Tetons, Jackson Hole. Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Nice.
The Grand Tetons. Or Teats.
And Jackson Hole.
Jackson Hole. Woo! 21. Hey, we're doing good.
Oh, my God.
That's going to
But
be
yeah.
fun.
Yeah, Yosemite, man, I think the last time I was in Yosemite was probably 2000. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't, gone, like, I think the last time I was up in Oregon was in 2010. Montana, that was 2007. Arizona, that was 2003. Texas, that was 2003. Since then, been trying to plan time to take a trip to the East Coast. Got some friends out there in Jersey. Take a trip all the way from Florida up to New York. Do like the little stop off and get some food. Try out all the Southern comfort food all the way up to New York. Get some, a New York pizza pie, or go to Philly and get some cheesesteaks.
Yeah.
Don't swim in the geysers. Hell no. Or no. Let's see. Well, I would rather go back to Hawaii. I got voted down. Wow. Maybe you should.
Did you miss one down?
Yeah, OC, tell the missus, like, I'm going to rephrase that. I'm going to Hawaii and see what she says.
Yeah. OC, have you had your Speedo ready? You have your Speedo ready?
Maybe so.
Ellie, it's called the banana hammock, okay? Come on. Family friendly.
A picture of my. Oh no!
Right over in front of the geyser. Some people would actually pay $5 for that photo, man. Have you ever thought about going on OF? I mean, hey, just throwing it out there. Make some money while you're at it.
At the hairy cows.
Oh, Ellie.
All right.
I got Ellie
All
laughing
right,
over
y'all,
here.
behave yourself as much as you possibly can. I know it's kind of hard, especially when I'm laughing along with it. I'm going to Hawaii. You three are going there. Change the plan. I am going to Hawaii. You three are going there. Yeah, and Craig is in Hawaii, so there you go.
Yeah. I mean, if you had the opportunity to go to Hawaii, I don't see why someone would say no, especially when they don't live in Hawaii. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, well, what did you have in mind? What, do you want to go to like Italy, or do you want to go to Dubai? Because that's a hell no.
Yeah.
I'm not going to renew my passport for that kind of stuff.
Jared Highland says, and I am leaving my phone home.
Good
There you
idea.
go. Yeah.
Yeah, good
That
idea.
way, if they try to call you, you don't have to hear any lip from them. It's like straight to voicemail. I'll deal with it when I get back. I'm on vacation. I'm here to have fun, not hear the nagging.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh man, plantain. It's cold out. Yeah. That's it. Call them a fluffy cow. Oh, fluffy cow. Oh, you're talking about the Highland coos from out of Scotland? Or... Yeah, fluffy
Mhm.
cows. Yeah, my nieces, they love those things. Yeah, we got them a few of those fluffy cow plushies from Scotland when we went there and brought them back, and
Good
yeah,
night,
they love them.
William Brent.
All right, Boy. No, nobody's drinking. No, nobody's drinking moonshine that I know of.
O.C. Stacker says buffaloes equals fluffy cow.
There you go.
Heading to bed early. All right, Bullion. Brent, take care and thank you for being here. All right, good night. Yeah,
It were fun. Did a mission trip to Peru many years ago, eh? Woo! You know, there's a lot of places I'd love to go, but I wouldn't go anymore. When I was a kid, I went to plenty of places out in California. You ain't gonna get me to go there anymore. Not as quick. Not when you got to have a poop app on your phone to avoid the wrong streets, right?
Yeah,
Jeez.
California has changed so much for the worse. I mean, I think I told you and OC that I went there this past Christmas to go visit my brother and his wife and kids
Yeah.
back in my old stomping grounds where I grew up. And I left California in 2012, and to go back, everything has changed. And I just feel so out of place now. Some of the places where I used to live, I looked and everything is redone, everything is like newer, built up, and I just look at it like it doesn't feel like my home anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like if you watch some of those shows where it's like someone who gets thrown or flung through time like 100 to 1,000 years into the future. They go back to their old stomping grounds. They're like, what is this place? I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
feel comfortable being here. That's how I felt when I went back there.
I
Like,
went.
yeah.
I grew up outside of Seattle, and I left when I was about 13. I think it was 13, and I went back when I was in my 30s, and I did not even recognize it. Everything, where all the truck farms were, they were all gone.
Yeah.
It was campuses and warehouses, and I mean they had just when I left Seattle, it was it was like a population was 100,000. That was including King County, and now, oh my gosh, it's like it's just on and on and on. It's like Seattle never stops. It just keeps on going for 20, 30 miles out.
And I remember in Oregon, when I went up there, you could actually go into a Fred Meyer's and you could buy a gun within 30 minutes doing your background check,
Yeah.
just in and out. And you can also find vending machines with bullets in them. They don't do that anymore. It was
Wow.
before all the people from California moved into the Oregon and kind of ruined it all up there
Yeah.
in
That's what they're
Portland,
doing in
Bend,
Vermont
Oregon, or
too.
Astoria.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just gone way downhill. I mean, California is even worse now, the San Francisco Bay Area.
Logger game. Yeah. It's like
New York.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
like Vermont. All the people they want to move out up into Vermont because of all the farms, but then they start they get on these county boards and they start and city boards and start changing all the regulations. Oh, we can't stand the smell of that hog farm there or that cows. Oh, it's so horrible, terrible, terrible, and so they get them banned, right? And that's what's going on. The Supreme Court just ruled that they could have that authority to not let them have that anymore. What is wrong with you people? You came up here to be around farms and to see farms when you're driving in and out, but now you don't want them. I mean, you want the farms, but you want them empty farms is what you want. You don't really want any cows on there. You don't want anything else. You just want that pretty landscape in the background. Oh God.
And it's the same thing in Texas. Yeah, Texas was, getting that high influx of people from California, and the people from Texas are saying, "Don't come over here bringing your stuff. We don't want to deal with your politics, and don't move here. We don't want you here." And the people are like, "Well, we have the right to travel and do whatever we want. Yeah, you can come here, but just remember, everyone's carrying, because if you run your damn mouth, you're going to get shot." And remind you, there are some places where you're within city limits, and then there's everywhere else that's outside the city limits where you see nothing but open land for miles, and you
Yeah.
may end up out there. So you better check your privilege and your attitude. Come in here, you be polite. That's why they say an armed society is a polite society. That's why everyone's carrying over there.
Yeah.
That's why everyone says hi to each other. So yeah, let me go to the chat here real quick. Let's see.
Jimmy just put
Zombies.
something.
Yeah, Jared. Uh, yeah, the people, the homeless out there. So Ellie says it's so sad that they're ruining the democratic states and countries. Europe is a mess. Yeah, that's true. Let's see. Cartier crossing the street in Lima, Peru
Oh
is
my
like a real
goodness.
life Frogger game. Yeah, my ex girlfriend was from Callao, and her family had to leave because of all the
Yeah.
freaking guerrillas out there, the fighters. Her family was rich, but they had to leave, and they were granted political asylum here in the entire country. So, yeah, I hear you on that one. Let's see. OC says, "Sorry, we got a phone when you came in, and my wife gave me the marching orders to join the Zoom call with friends. Oh, yeah, if the general wants you to join, you gotta obey. If not, you're gonna suffer the consequences. So, yeah, choose your poison." Let's see. Ellie says, "Do you see many changes?" Yeah, we are a may issue state, but by practice, they're a no issue state. And the people out here really do not like the state for doing that. They've had a lot of city council meetings of people out here saying, hey, that's a violation of the Second Amendment, our right to bear arms, and you haven't issued any permits out here. So, yeah, we're going to take it up with you guys, and, we're going to keep pushing. Let's see. Jimmy says, especially from Portland, you can get anything you want. Just say you're an oppressed minority and get free crud for smash and grabs. Yeah, that works. So, seeing a lot of empty buildings and restaurants. My two favorite in my city closed. Yeah, Chili's and Macaroni Grill. I haven't had Macaroni Grill in a long time. I think that was the last time I was in California. I had Macaroni Grill. Let's see, Chili's. Yeah, Chili's. I usually go to Chili's for like the chips and salsa and a beer. Sometimes I get their sampler platter, but most of the time I stay away from them. It's kind of 50-50 depending on which restaurant you go to. Let's see. I was saying we have a lot of lovely businesses that close. Let's see. Ellie says we have 39 likes and 20 in the chat. Thank you so
Yep.
much. That's awesome. Let's see. I did my fun last night at the link. Did a concert. Okay. So we're kind of caught up on the chat here.
Berlin did
Yeah.
a concert. Ooh. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. But I tell people, California, New York, and Hawaii, you want to stay away from them because they're the top 3 most expensive places to live, and they're all Democratic. So if you have any conservative values, well, not so much out here in Hawaii. I mean, everyone has both liberal and conservative values, and everyone respects it. But California and New York, if you have anything that's not liberal, yeah, you want to try to avoid those places as best as you can. Let's see. Beto says, "You have any dogs, Craig?" Not anymore, Beto. I love dogs, but I've had so many of them where I've had them from the day they were born to the day that they grew old, and you have to bury them, and they're like children. I couldn't have another dog. It's too painful. But I do love dogs. Let's see.
Hey, Humble's back in the stat.
Oh.
Back in the.
Humble
Yeah.
is back in. There
think
he
he
is.
is. I think he was off for a while.
Craig went for the same thing. Chili's, their wings are good. It depends on the restaurant, OC. Some of them would have some good wings, others wouldn't have it. It was just weird, depending on what location. But yeah, it's a good place to go for chips and salsa and some beer. Let's see. Cartier says, "Come to Florida, leave your BS at home." Yep. Florida, I had made plans to go to Florida, and it's just a trip that I'm trying to plan one of these days. Try to go from Texas to Florida, all the way up to North Carolina, South Carolina, and then up to New York, Pennsylvania, and maybe Maine. But yeah, let's see. Beto says CVS is closing all over. Yeah. Yeah, in California, I saw CVS is closing. Well, that's because they have so many people stealing stuff in California. With that, it used to be if you stole under $1,000, then it was a misdemeanor. But then they changed it. Oh, if you steal up to 500, it's a misdemeanor. then you saw all those people stealing over 500. Like, but I thought the law said that if I stole over 1,000, that it would be a felony. Oh, well, why should I go to jail? It's like, you need a slap to your head, you moron. Then they suck dirt up their nose. Yeah, Grant, I hear you. This was the funny thing back in the day is that these days people say, oh, if you're liberal, you're automatically Democrat, but if you're conservative, you're automatically Republican. But back in the day, it wasn't like that. If you were a Democrat, you had a choice. You were either a liberal Democrat or a conservative Democrat, and the same thing goes for Republican. You had liberal Republicans and you had conservative Republicans, but now it just got categorized into only two spots. So, yeah, I don't know how they even got past that at that point. Let's see.
Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, did you hear that? Florida is now or in the process of becoming property tax free.
Oh, in Florida?
Yeah, they did, and we just
Heck, if
passed
they
here in Ohio. We just passed a law that they can no longer raise the taxes like they just did, and they got to deal. They have got to deal with these school meal taxes. It's ridiculous. Here I am getting this. I got my property tax doubled, and we're on Social Security, right? Both of us on Social Security, and they really hurt us. They really hurt us with that, and ridiculously so. They're saying they don't have any money, but they put off this great fireworks show, and I'm going to find out who paid for it. Was it me?
Oh, yeah.
Or was it if somebody donated to have that, then that's great. But don't make us pay that. Let's see.
Yeah, the misspending of funds or misusage of funds.
Michael Stagger. Yep. You're right about that, Jimmy. Absolutely correct. Absolutely. People are leaving because they're tired of it. They're tired of going broke.
Yeah.
Tired of all that crap.
Yeah. Moved out of California because the crime and shoplifting was out of hand and the cops weren't doing anything about it. Yeah, the problem with that, Jimmy, was that majority of the cops, they wanted to do something, but they got someone higher up, from the police chief to the mayor, all the way up to the governor, saying, no, you don't do this or else you will be fired from your job and you will be blacklisted. So it's basically saying that either you comply with how we want things done, not what the law wants, but what we want, or we'll make your life living hell. So that's one part, one bad part of it. The other part where the businesses are moving out, yeah, it sucks. Like In-N-Out Burger shutting down in certain cities, and I love In-N-Out Burger. I used to go there a lot and order off their secret menu all the time, and just to see so many places shutting down. Even when I went to go visit in California, there were shopping centers that I grew up around as a kid, and I see them all vacated, fenced off, and they're being torn down, and they're being built up into a CarMax or something of that sort. So it just really, really is sad to see some of the old businesses that are going out. Places that were nice that you could live in are now getting all tagged up. You got nothing but crime in Section 8. It's just really, really sad, over there. Let's see. Amy says, I have been a Republican all my life, and California is my home state. In 2024 election, they rejected 10 million. Yeah, I remember that, Amy, when, down at the mailboxes where people could drop off, or they're setting them on fire or flooding them with water, or, trying to bring in other votes. Yeah, they do all that kind of stuff. Let's see. She says, yeah, Harris, well, Attorney General of California, she made a loss, and Dems approved it as a list of crimes they will not charge, thus law-abiding citizens are not stood up for. Yeah, there's rules for the rich and there's rules for the poor. So if you're rich, you can get away with certain things, but if you're poor, you have to obey. That's how they do it. They won't tell you right to your face, but you'll start to notice it, the way they do it were certain people. And I remember up in Sacramento, there was a DMV, and this was talked about on the news. There's a DMV. It's not listed as a DMV, but it is a DMV, a Department of Motor Vehicles, where some of these people like Gavin Newsom, they go to get their car renewed and they pay for everything instead of waiting in the lines at the DMV like everyone else does. However, there were people that were just regular people. They walked there and they said, wait a minute, this is the DMV, right? I can actually renew my car and I don't have to wait in lines, et cetera, et cetera. They kick them out. So, like I said, there's rules for the rich and rules for the poor. And
Yeah.
that's the thing that sucks for some of the people is that, you got to have a certain status in order to get into certain places, and not everyone is treated equal. And it just,
Yeah.
it's really, really bad. Let's see. Cartier says there are rules for Democrats and another set of rules for Republicans. Uh, that's a yes, but it's more of like rules for thee, not for me, especially when it comes from the Democratic side. It's oh, I can say something racist, but if my opponents say something racist, then I have a right to call them out and say that they're racist because that is really bad. It's called virtue signaling at that point. And
Yeah.
yeah.
And the
Anywho,
whole and the whole thing is to set one against the other, and that's all. And that's all. And it's the Marxist thing, one people against the other people, whites against the blacks, the gays against the straights, and on and on and on. And it's really, or the rich against the poor. But what it really all amounts to is they want. That's what socialists always want to do, is get everybody fighting everybody else, where they can continually take and grab more power and grab more authority, and finally everybody's the peon they knew they were in the first place. Because
yeah.
that's what they
And the
look
thing with the
down at us.
Democrats,
Yeah, they
go
look
ahead.
down on us. And it's even in the Republican Party. We look at all these people that keep getting in, and the only reason why they keep getting in there is because they they have so much power that they can control people.
Yes, they're not selected for their positions. They're already brought into those positions because of
Yeah,
someone else that's dumbing up the votes and
yeah,
saying, hey, instead of the people choosing you to be in that position or giving them the choice to choose whoever they want in that position, we're going to secure your position by
yeah,
buying votes from someone else or going around to graveyards and getting names of people and just dummying up the ballots and say, oh, this person voted for you. Yeah, but they died 200 years ago.
yeah,
Makes no sense. Let's see. Jimmy says Harris blocked an appeal of an innocent man who was convicted wrongly of murder. Plus, she locked people up for using marijuana. But when she was asked if she smoked, she said yes and laughed about it. Oh yeah, Kamala is a hypocrite. It's funny. She claimed to be Asian because of her mother's side, the Indian, East Asian heritage, and she
yeah,
stated that numerous times. And then because of her father, she claimed that she's black. And it's like, yeah, but your father, even though he was Jamaican, he was Irish, hence the last name Harris. You know.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's see. Religion against religion. Yes, L. Yeah, that sucks these days. Let's see. Anyone watch the Hodge? Yeah, I watch the Hodge twins from time to time. When I need a good comedic relief with those guys, they're very funny. Let's see. Jimmy Lucardi says divide and conquer tactics. Yep, it's been used throughout history. Yes, that is so true. And let's see. OC says hypocrite equals Democrat. Yeah, I would agree on that one. I think we all can agree. Let's see. Jimmy says, get the masses bickering about stupid BS like race, gender, religion, class war to the drug war. Yeah, it's to get people to focus on something that doesn't even involve them directly and to get them to take up arms and fight for a cause that, these guys are not going to do. I mean, we're just puppets to them. We're expandable. We're just a number. That's why some people are like, yeah, I'm not going to tune into the BS. I'm going to focus on myself. I'm going to regroup. I'm going to focus on making money. I'm going to focus on my health and wealth. That's all I can do. And I just, if a certain rule is out there, I just got to figure out, well, what solution do I have that's going to benefit me from that, from this problem?
Yep.
Let's see.
John Camper.
Cartier.
Hey,
Oh, John Camper's in here. Hey, John. What's up? Let's see. Ellie, New York
Hey,
City
John.
better vote for the correct mayor or else. Which state just vote or is on top of the top ticket for a Muslim? Yeah, New York has gone far left. I mean, we saw that with AOC and how she kicked out Amazon's, like, oh yeah, we're gonna, provide 40,000 jobs, and she's like, no, we don't want you here.
mules, Amy. Mules. 2,000 mules.
Yeah, 2,000 miles is a description of people who went
2,000
to
mules.
out. Yeah, 250 trips, the votes, yeah, photos and phone pings, and went to jail for stuff. Yeah, yeah. My vote was stolen in 2020. I went down to go try and vote for Trump, and someone said that I had voted all the way up in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. I'm like, I've never been to Pennsylvania. They're like, yeah, it shows you voted there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and I was lucky to vote this time for when Trump and Kamala were going for it. I was like, yeah, I'm getting down there. I'm gonna sign and I'm gonna put my vote in. Let's see.
Yeah.
John Camper. Let's see. Jimmy says it's like a magic trick and a sleight of hands. Look here when something more important is happening over there. It's a
Yep.
bread and circus strategy. Even the Romans use. Yep. Yeah. It just. That's why I try not to involve myself with the politics anymore, because I even have family members that voted Democrat, and some of them have even gone so insane to the point where they have restraining orders from coming around to certain family members' houses because of the physical altercations. Yeah.
Oh my.
And I've even dealt with some of that just recently too. And by recently, I mean yesterday. So it's yeah. It just shows you how crazy some people can be, even if they're your own blood. They'll look at you like the enemy. That's just sad.
What War said.
Munch a big chunk of Parmesan cheese. Sounds good. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah. Parmesan cheese or Parmigiano Reggiano from Italy. Yeah, that stuff is really good, man.
I'm hoping Silver Cross is over 40. I really do. I want to see what them people up there with the do in the stock market with the paper silver hat. What happens to them? That would what are they going to do?
Yeah.
How are they going to pay for that? Hey,
I know that for some of the stackers in the community, the ones that have been stacking for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
I know a few of them are probably going to say, okay, once it hits 40, the question is, when's it going to hit $50 an ounce?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Silver went up a little bit. It's $38.31 on the Kitco Act.
Yeah. It's still up there in price. It's really good, Yeah. And like I said earlier, if the price goes down, you buy more. If it goes up, you buy less. But don't stop buying. You just keep stacking. And for the people that bought it when it was cheap and it goes up in price, they're making a great profit. Mm-hmm. And for the people that are buying now, it's like, hey, get it while you can, because there's no telling of how long it's going to be around for, especially when new laws are put in place. So it's like, yeah, you can't buy silver or gold anymore. And then they ban it again, like they did from 1933 up to December 31st, 1974.
Well, I sold a bunch of my stuff. Mostly it was 90% silver, Morgans. And stuff like that, and a few other things, just things that I knew I wasn't going to get a good return on, and I turned them into graded coins.
Yeah. No, that's good if you're going to do graded coins. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to lose value no matter what. If silver goes up or silver goes down, they're still going to hold their value.
Yeah. Let's see what the chat.
But I haven't lost it all. I haven't given it all. Nancy went to bed. She said good night. She said good night again.
Oh, Nancy's going to bed. Oh, good night, Nancy. Take care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's late for you guys. It's after midnight, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's 6:18 my time right now. How you feeling?
I'm feeling like I'm ready to wind down.
Okay, then how about this? We can call it for now here on the show, because I don't want to keep you guys up anymore. I know you're tired. You need your rest.
And let's close it out by letting everybody say goodnight and close it out with whatever however they want to that, right?
Yeah. Good night, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for your comments. Thank you, Michael and Nancy, for allowing me to come up and speak. I wasn't expecting this, but hey, we kind of rolled with it. It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Did you see what LC just said? Nancy's in timeout for eating all the Tootsie Rolls. Yep. Okay. Good night, John Cartier, Ellie, Rocca.
Spiky Mikey,
Good
Dandy
night,
Dave,
Ellie.
War, Ellie, Amy, John Camper. Good night, everybody. Thank you for being here. You guys have a wonderful evening. Y'all get some rest.
Hey, yeah.
I'll see you on the next one. Okay.
Yeah, let's give Craig thanks for coming into the live, and we really enjoyed having him here,
Oh.
and he kept things going, he kept things interesting, and I really enjoyed having him in. It's
I
been a
thank you for
while.
having me. Thank you so much for having me up. It was a pleasure as always,
It was.
Michael.
It was, sir. Great time with you here. Good night, Spiky Mikey. And
Let's see. All
anybody
right,
else?
Beto, cuídate.
Huh? Go ahead.
No, I said, take care of the Beto. I said, cuídate. Take care in Spanish. Yeah.
Ellie says, bring him back, Michael. Yeah. Craig is welcome to come back anytime he wants to. Quit right now here. It ain't no 2-1, 4-2-3 2-1s yet, because we're going to talk just another minute. And I really appreciate you coming, and you are welcome anytime you're able to. And I understand your family situation, so it's always hinged on you take care of your family first, and you take care of the people you love.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's it.
yeah. I appreciate it. I really do. Well, listen, I'm gonna, say goodnight to everyone here. Thank you again. Thank you for, just being here. Thank you for chatting it up. I really appreciate you guys.
Got your mind off a whole bunch of baloney tonight too, didn't you?
Oh, I'm gonna have it right back on in a few minutes as soon as I jump off of this.
Just take your hand and brush that stuff off your shoulders, my friend.
Oh yeah, I just take it with a grain of salt. Just roll with the punches as best as I can.
Then. All right.
Noches a todos, igual, pero. All right. Take care.
Buenas noches. Good night.
All right. Good night.
See you, friends. We're going to close it on now. I enjoyed it. Thanks, Cartier and Beto, and anybody and all the rest of you folks. So. And we're going to say good night. We love you. We're praying for you. Keep it on. That's what Cartier would say. Hasta la French fry. Hasta la onion. Good night, John boy. OC, we need to have a conversation soon if you can hear me.